What's going on? It's your girl, G Girl. I'm about to get the artists on here. Welcome to the Iccy Showw, everybody. Just bear with us. We had a technical difficulty, but we're gonna get this. Hold on one second. Let me tag the artist. So I just gave him an invite. As soon as he accepts it, we will start this Iccy Showw. Everyone is welcome on my Iccy Showw. If you want to be on my Iccy Showw, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I-E. Brown, sorry. What's going on, Bethany? I am booked until the end of July. If anyone's interested to be on my Iccy Showw, just inbox me in my messenger. Shout out to anyone that had a graduation. I know MCAS is coming up. A lot of kids been doing the MCAS. Salute to all you children. Just got home. Just home. I understand that. I'm just trying to get the artist on here. Happy Wednesday to everybody. I'm just waiting to get the artist on here. We had some technical difficulty, but we are going to get him on here. He's a very big artist, actor. The Iccy Showw is on tour with Street Legal Records. Anybody, so everybody knows, just so you're aware. I'm actually talking to the artist right now, so just bear with us. We are going to get him on here. I'm very excited about doing this interview. He's very young, and I love doing the young ones because they're the future. The children, all children of the future. Always remember that. We're not the future. They are. He's saying he's not getting the ad in. Oh, he's saying trying to add his mom's. Okay. I can do that. Hold on. I'm trying to, I'm going to add, hold on one second. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us. We're going to get this interview cracking in 1 second. I'm just going to do something different. Hold on. Alright, just bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to get this. All right, so I just sent the invite to another account for him. What's going on, Jesse? What's going on, everybody? Miss Hawkins, did you get it? The invite on your messenger? He said to send it to you. Here we go. All right, here we go. See, just bear with us. Technical difficulty. That's all. Just bear with us. It says adding. I don't know if it's popping up on. What's going on, John? What's going on, everyone that's tuning in? We're just getting to get the artist. We're having some technical difficulty, but bear with us. We're going to get it. Here we go. Welcome to the Iccy Show. I'm glad we got you on here. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So, you're from Virginia. This is LIQ from the Peak.
LIQ from the Peak.
I apologize.
It's all good.
So how you doing? Because you're very young in this entertainment. You're an actor, you're an artist. And how does it feel having your own clothing line at such a young age?
Well, since I've been like really young, I've always been pretty busy doing different things. Like I've been public speaking since I was 5. I've been acting since I was 18 months. So it's kind of just always been like normal for me to have a lot going on. So like as the years progress, I've just kind of been adding on more and more things to that resume and trying to find ways to like show my platform in different ways. And so it started with me acting, went on to me public speaking, speaking to different groups about social injustice and things of that nature, to me having a clothing line about the same type of issues, and now me being able to do music and show my voice in another way. And I'm planning to be able to bring everything I've been doing all together, like collectively through my music as one, and be able to like rebrand everything.
That's awesome. Now, what type of movies, or you said you were acting, where could they check out, the movies you were in or anything you were acting in?
Okay, so if you go to YouTube and just type in my name, Malik Hawkins, some of my work will come up. I was in some Doritos commercials. I was in some Cox Cable commercials. I was in a few movies that were in theaters, like in local areas around Virginia, not quite nationally, but there was one movie that played in theaters across Virginia. It was called Troop 491. I shot that when I was about 10 years old, something like that. But I've been on TV One before, on a show called For My Man. A few others. I've been around them, so I did a lot of
Wow,
especially more when I was younger.
that's amazing. And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking, if that's okay?
I'm 19.
Oh, okay. How does your city and your friends, do they support you, or do they, judge you being so young and how much you have accomplished so young?
For sure. So I definitely feel like I have a great support system around me, not just the people my age, but even the people older than me and people younger than me that look up to me. Especially when I was doing my clothing line, when I was just pushing that really heavy. My school, every day I go to school, I've seen somebody with my clothing line on, and I was just showing that like the love was really there with that. Same with my music, but I definitely feel like I get more love in terms of my music in Greensboro. I go to school in Greensboro, which is in North Carolina. A&T is where I go to school, in Greensboro, North Carolina. And the love is crazy down there with everything I'm doing. But I'm trying to build that same buzz with the music here, the way I have it at school, for sure.
Definitely. I was checking you out, and you were accepted to 15 colleges.
Yes.
How did that feel? I never met someone that was accepted to that many colleges.
Yeah, well, I worked really hard in high school. Like I was grinding. I finished with like a 4.4 GPA, something like that. I don't really remember anymore, but it was pretty up there. My SAT score was pretty nice too. So I guess that was just a testament to all the hard work I put in high school. So it definitely was rewarding seeing those come in, see the scholarship offers come in, and I ended up being blessed with a full ride at North Carolina A&T. So that's where I ended up going to school.
Wow, that's very awesome. That's great.
Thank you.
Now, was your parents strict when you were growing up? Because
Uh,
you got a really nice score right there. So, were you always in the books, or did you have time to play too when you were growing up?
I definitely was in the books a lot, but since I told you like I've been doing a lot, like I was all over the place, especially when I was younger. But when I was younger, like, it was nothing to have to travel to New York on a weekend or go to California on a weekend or during the week and do my schoolwork on the road. Like that was something that was regular to me. So I guess it just kind of was like instilled in me from a young age. But I still did have time to play, hang out with my friends. I played basketball. That was something I did a lot outside of the school and the acting and all the things I was doing to make money. Like for fun, I just like to play basketball. That was something I did. And then I got into the music more and more.
Now, do you have a manager?
I work with Vega Don with Wu Tang, and he's been mentoring me, keeping me on the right track and trying to get me in some bigger scenes and things like that in the Virginia area. In terms of what I do in North Carolina, though, I've pretty much just been working with the people that are doing the same thing as me, and we're all on the same page. So in North Carolina, like it's really just a lot of young guys just that are all trying to get to a bag, and so we're all in North Carolina just going at it and doing shows, throwing events in the studio every day, like really grinding. So yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
Vega Don has been a big influence on my career and helping me on the like professional side of things for sure.
Definitely, you're in good hands with him. Shout out to Vega Don. He actually put this interview together. I'm blessed to have you on my Iccy Show because I'm always for the children. The children are the future, and people
Right,
don't realize that the children are the future.
right,
And there's artists out there that are out for themselves, but you started young, and you know, I commend you 100% because I see on your clothing line, I love your saying about no negativity.
right.
Made you come out with that? Were you bullied or at all, or did you see someone getting bullied? That's the way you went with your clothing line.
Right. So, like I said, I was public speaking since I was like 5 years old. It started with like a Martin Luther King Jr. Day competition, and I did like the I Have a Dream speech, and then after that, I just kind of enjoy speaking to people using my words for like in a powerful way, and so I continued doing that. Went into some spoken word poetry, all of that, and the common theme amongst it all was always social injustice, the Black Lives Matter movement, just things going on in our world. And so it just kind of made sense when I was starting my clothing line that it shouldn't just be another clothing line. Like the movement, which is the name of my clothing line, was something that we were saying way before I even had a clothing line. That was just kind of like our thing. Like people that were around me, like it was just the movement. But when I decided I wanted to make a clothing line, I knew I wanted it to mean something and stand for something, not just a phrase that we were saying, you know? So that's why I chose to put no negativity, promote positivity on the shirts to kind of go along with the other issues I was already speaking about.
Hmm. And where can they purchase those shirts?
So the clothing line is available at themovementclothing.bigcartel.com. You can find it on Instagram also just at the movement clothing.
Okay. I actually was in New York a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you checked it out. We did a All Lives Matter, and I represented for Trayvon Martin. It was, George Floyd and all the police brutality victims. And
Right.
we did a big movie out there. And you should link with Virgo G. Since your movement, what you're on, I'll give you her information. She's at a DTF radio in New York. I'm not too sure if you heard of her.
I don't think so, but definitely interested to work with you.
Yeah,
Make that
definitely. I'm
connection.
going to give you the information because I liked what you said, about the movement and things like that. And she is strict on that. So, I think you would be great to go talk with her and, she might be able to help you on some things.
Cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, what's in the next year? Where do you see yourself in a year in this industry?
All right, so we're going to take it slow and say that first this Friday I have a song that'll be dropping called Doubling Up. So that's the start. I feel like this summer is about to be a real like kickstart into like me being in music mode. Like people have known, like my name has been a name that people have known more or less for a while, but for many different reasons. But I feel like after this summer and definitely within the next year, like you just asked, like people are gonna associate my name really with the music and with the work. They're gonna see that the body of work has been put in. So I'm hoping to drop a few singles, a few videos over the summer to get the buzz going. Drop a project near the end of this year and let that ride out for a little while. Going into 2022. That's crazy to say already, but yeah,
I
going
know,
into
right? 6 more
yeah,
months basically. So
right.
hey.
Yeah.
Now, is this your first project that is dropping?
No, I have a few singles out. I dropped on my birthday. I dropped a 2-pack on my birthday, which was January 26th. I dropped an EP last year in July, so it's almost coming up on a year of my EP being out. That was my first project that I dropped. 5 songs, and like that was my first time really like being in the studio and putting in work. And so now I think I'm like really more comfortable with it. And people that have been listening to me since my first track that I dropped, they're definitely going to hear the progress and the work that's been going on from the beginning until now. So no, this isn't my first project, but this is the biggest single that I'm going to be dropping. But going into the summer, I have some stuff that's even way hotter, like way
Yeah,
hotter. Yeah,
definitely. So congratulations this Friday. Make sure you go check out his music. Support that. It's gonna be in Apple's, right?
it's going to be on every platform, like anywhere you can get music, it'll be there. It's called
Okay,
Double.
so go download it, support him. He is the future. How many people have you performed in front of before?
Okay, so since I've been in Greensboro, I've probably performed a total of somewhere between like 7 and 10 times, and the biggest crowd maybe like 500 people.
Wow.
Um,
Were you
my
nervous?
first, my first performance was in front of probably about 100 people. It was in a more like smaller, intimate setting, and like it was all love. Like the event was ran by someone that I'm really close to, and so like it just kind of like I was already kind of comfortable. I was a little nervous with that performance, but ever since then it's kind of just been like me rocking out and being comfortable up there and trying to just have fun because once again I'm performing at A&T, and like I said, the love in Greensboro is just crazy. So having my classmates there, people that go to my school, people that are just in the area that I've worked with that know me, it's pretty fun. So like I try to, I guess, focus on the people that I do know, and if they bring the energy and I have the energy, everybody else will feed off of that too. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's great. Would you ever go for become a president when you get older, since you accomplished so much so young?
When I was younger and like public speaking a lot, people used to always say that. I don't think I would ever dive that heavy into the politics because I just feel like it's like I got other stuff going on. But definitely still being involved and using my voice in another way, even if I'm not going to be the president.
Yes, definitely. I could see you putting a tour together and going around the schools to be a mentor to the younger children. Um, it's sad because the younger generation doesn't have mentor people to go around and support
Right.
them and talk to them, so that they're leading to the streets a lot, and that's sad
Right.
because we need to make a change and positive for the kids that are the future. And I could see you doing that, because you're very strong with your voice, and
Thank
I could feel, how serious you are, and I could see you traveling around and doing something like that in the future. Maybe not right now because you're focused so much on your music, but
right.
maybe in your early 20s you could put a tour together going around the colleges, that middle school kids, so you can get it sunk into their head.
Early,
Started
early, yeah.
so young.
I definitely like when I was still home, something I did make a point to do was, excuse me, go out to some middle schools and high schools, and I spoke at a few middle schools, high schools. I even spoke at like a dance studio for middle schoolers. So definitely trying to reach back out to the younger generation and just try to get it in their heads early that whatever they want to do, just do it and kind of stick to it. That's really what I tell them to do. Also, especially now that I'm a product of the HBCU going to North Carolina A&T, I definitely like to go back to the high schools and promote like the benefits of going to a HBCU because I know for me, like going to a predominantly white high school, like just the idea of a HBCU was either not talked about or if it was talked about, it was always negative. So like someone has to be that positive voice to kind of tell like high school students that it's okay to go to a HBCU. or not, but always keep your options open and try to pursue your dreams in the route that'll be best for you, not based off what other people feel like you should do.
Definitely. And what is your major in college right now? What are you going
All
for?
right, so I'm currently a junior and I'm a business management student with a focus in innovation and entrepreneurship.
Wow, that's amazing. You're very smart.
Thank
Um,
you.
I feel like wow, like you're very smart for a young age. Um, that's amazing. I feel so proud of what you're accomplishing at a young age. You
Thank
started at
you.
5, and look at how much you've done. Where have you traveled? What states and cities have you traveled to during your music or
Um,
acting?
I've been pretty much all the hot spots for entertainment, honestly. Like we've been to Cali, we've been in Hollywood, LA, we've been in New York City at Nickelodeon Studios. I've been in Atlanta at Tyler Perry Studios, Miami, doing things out there. I've done some work in North Carolina and a lot of work in Virginia as well. Like I feel like people kind of sleep on Virginia with a lot of the stuff we have going on, but there's definitely a lot of people in the area that are trying to put stuff together. And when I was younger, I was able to be exposed to a lot of those different like older people that were trying to really make things shake in the area. So yeah, pretty much all the hot spots though, to answer your question.
That's crazy. I never met someone that's been to Nickelodeon studio. How was that? That must have been amazing.
It was cool. I was kind of young. I can't even tell you how old I was. I definitely remember being there though, and just being in like that space was just like wow, like Nickelodeon Studios. Same thing with Tyler Perry Studios. It's like wow, like I'm really here. So yeah,
Hmm.
that was definitely it was cool. It was cool.
That's amazing. Would you like to branch off to have your clothing line like come out with jogging suits, things like that, jeans, or would you just rather stick with what you already have for the saying on your shirt?
So right now we have shirts, hoodies. I have a hoodie on now. I did visors
Can you
for a
stand up
while.
so we can see it?
Yeah.
So they can see it? Sorry, I'm just trying to promote
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. I seen that on the dungaree jacket. That's on my list here. I was actually gonna ask you about the dungaree jacket. I love that jacket you had. It was on your Instagram or on your Facebook, but I
Oh, the
see at the
like the
back.
like the jean jacket with the tornado on the back of it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so like I was when I was really heavy into the clothing part, I was making like when my parents and I we were like just cooking up no ideas, hats, putting the logo on different things, just seeing how it looked. But definitely once the music pops a little bit more, I'm gonna bring back the whole movement and make sure that like I'm really pushing the social justice piece of it. So to answer your question, I do plan on re-releasing new shirts. Probably will do sweatsuits, more hoodies, everything. So yeah, that'll definitely be in the works though. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. How about getting like a basketball? Since you said you did basketball, how about getting like a brand of your own basketball?
Hey, any of that, really, any of that. Like,
That would
there's
be
nothing we
dope,
can
huh?
do. Yeah, it would.
Now, did you make that logo yourself? The one with the tornado?
The entire design is something I did design myself. Yes.
Now, what made you come up with that logo? Like, I noticed this looks like a tornado, but is it like, all emotions into one? Is that what, something like that?
It's a tornado because like what a tornado does is move things like powerfully. And when we come together to take a stand against racism, suicide, bullying, and violence, which are the four things my company stands against, when we come together for that reason, we can move things the same way a tornado does and really make things shake wherever we are. That's why it's a
That's
tornado.
that's amazing. That's amazing. And you brought up a good you know, about suicide. I've been seeing a lot of suicide this year on a lot of people, and
Right.
they're really young, and it kills me to see these young children killing themselves. And it's like I feel like during the 2020 it made them go real depressed because they couldn't go outside. The anxiety, PTSD kicks in, and
Right.
they couldn't go see a doctor when they needed to. He is amazingly talented and smart. Vega Don, yes, yes,
My
definitely
God.
he is
My God.
100%. So, have you got to talk with people that are trying to kill himself or hurt themselves in any way?
I think that's a hard question to answer because you can't necessarily just look at someone and know what they're going through. But like I said, I talked to plenty of groups of kids. As a total, like a total of all the people I've talked to is over 1,000. So I mean, at that point, I'm sure I probably have reached some people that were depressed or were thinking about suicide and all of that. And hopefully, something I told them or something I said was able to stick with them and help them to make it through that day, even if it or the next day or the next week or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Also, I did put together a team for the National Suicide Prevention Walk and donated towards that cause. I did that about 2 years ago and put together a team of about 30, 20 or 30 people that came and did the walk. It was a few miles. Yeah, so definitely
That's
just trying to stay
amazing.
active. Yeah, thank
Definitely. I'm sure you made a positive, impact on a lot of kids. For that amount of people, 1,000 people, I mean, that's amazing. The crowd over time, and
you.
just by you being so young, I know you can make a change in a lot of people by, just by you talking to them, and they see you accomplish a lot of stuff. They might be going through something. He can do it. I can do it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Yeah.
you deserve an award. Have you ever gotten an award yet?
Mhm. Yes, I've received awards like through high school for various things, whether it was for like community outreach and service or just being a good teammate on the basketball team, like various things. I don't know, like in terms of like accolades and stuff like that, I don't really keep track of them too much. I just kind of be focused on the next goal, whatever's next. That's something that even my parents and like people around me tell me like sometimes I just to celebrate more and like really cherish the successes. But like for me, I'm always on to whatever's next and trying to get to the next move, next bag, next play, whatever it is, you know.
You're very strong to do that. I mean, your parents are right. You should celebrate because that's something you got to achieve. And I hope one day you do get a big trophy. You deserve it on a lot of categories. One, everything you accomplished so far. I mean, for a young age, you started so young. I mean, that's amazing. A lot of people can't even do acting, plus being an artist, and going to school. I mean, that's a lot. You got to study for school. You got to do midterms, and that can be overwhelming. But you kept on going, and that's very strong. And you keep on going to the top when you feel like you're done at what you want to accomplish. That's when you whatever you want to do. You'll have a lot
Right,
of people that will back you up.
right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. If you could pick one artist to do a feature with you in the music, who would you pick?
That kind of changes over time because like I feel like my style kind of changes. My favorite artist of all time is J. Cole though. So I guess if I only had to pick one, like regardless of like the style or like how it really fit, it would be J. Cole just off the strength of that's always gonna be my favorite artist, no matter what he could put out the next album, it could be trash. It's still gonna be my favorite artist. So in that sense, J. Cole. But in terms of like my style and who I feel like I would sound good with, some of my favorites would be Cowboy out of Chicago, J.I. from New York, and I don't know. Yeah, those are two that I'm rocking with right now, and I feel like if you listen to my new music and listen to their music, you'll hear some of the similarities because those are some of the people that I take some inspiration and influence from for sure.
Definitely, that's awesome. And who is your engineer right now?
So the main engineer there's a few producers I work with, but my main engineer, his name is TikTok Pride. Crazy thing is he's finishing up high school right now. Like he's taking his finals right now. Like he's still in high school and he's putting out professional work. Like um I was working with some other engineers before I started working with him, and everything that I've done with him has been like the highest quality. Like people ask me all the time, like who mixes your music, who engineers your music, because like it just sounds so professional. It's crazy because he's 17 or 18 years old. He actually lives in
Wow.
Indiana. I've never even met him in person, but that's somebody that I connected with over Instagram, and we pretty much work together every day. He's sending me beats one day, I'm sending him a song back the next day, back and forth, like every day. Like that's my guy. I also work with a few producers in the North Carolina area. One named Suburban Cam. He's from Charlotte, and he did most of my EP. So he produced most of my EP, and then TikTok Prod is now pretty much not my official producer, but we work together a lot, like a lot. and he mixes all my music now as well.
That's awesome. Are you on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok, but I have a song that I'm dropping probably over this summer, and once I drop that, I'm gonna have to get on TikTok because I think it's gonna make TikTok go crazy, honestly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not on there right now. Everybody's on TikTok doing their thing, and you have so much going on. I feel like TikTok would help you for the long run. You know, a lot of people get
Mhm.
off TikTok, and I feel like so much is so young and so much you accomplished so far. A lot of people would support you on that. So keep on going.
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas for like some visuals and just some different creative things I want to do, especially over this summer. So I wouldn't be surprised if I end up making a. I have a TikTok. I don't really post up there though, but I wouldn't be surprised if I end up having to post up there soon, just to make some of these ideas that I have come to fruition for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Now, what type of movies you would like to get into if you could pick your role?
I feel like there's no reason there shouldn't be like plenty of movies following some kids that look like me in high school or college. Like I feel like that would be like a funny but like has a message to it movie following some kids through high school or following some kids through college, like just their everyday life. I feel like everybody would watch that. I really don't know why there isn't anything like that that's really out right now that's like big and popping, but when I get to the point where I can maybe even be producing my own films or TV shows, that's definitely what I want to do. It'll probably follow a few guys, like four guys, through their high school career, and then maybe a sequel when they go to college, something like that too.
That's awesome. Vega Don, we got to get him into some a movie like that. So anybody that's watching, this artist right here. This is his idea, so you cannot take it. This is on the Iccy Show, stamped right here. So this is this artist right here, this actor. He is gonna come out with that movie. I see you coming out with that. No
For
one
sure.
has done that, and you know, I'm an actress too, so I'm gonna throw some names in your. He said, "Indeed, Vega Dawn, got you. He's a really good man. I never met him, but he's accomplished a lot, and he's doing some powerful moves. So I'm gonna send you some people that are in the industry that are doing the acting,
For
and
sure.
I'll send them your way. Maybe you can come out with your own movie like that, and you
All
know,
right.
you could be the producer. And have you heard of Untold of Aaliyah?
What'd you say?
They
My
said
fault.
good luck.
Can you say it again? My fault. I was reading the comments.
It's okay. Untold of Aaliyah, the
um,
R&B singer that passed
yeah,
away about 25 years ago.
yeah, I have heard of that series actually. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you. His name is Sticks. He's out of Boston. He's actually putting that movie together. I'm a co-producer of that movie. I'm gonna give you the information. I'm gonna send you a whole bunch of names and what they're for. And then if you wanna, you know, link with them, it's up to you. But I'm gonna throw some good people towards your way to help you
For
out.
sure. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Is there anything that, you know, that would help you accomplish what you need to go to get to your top where you want to be? More
I
shows?
think I think right now, yeah, it's just the exposure. Like, I feel like the music, I'm not gonna say like I'm the best artist out or anything like that, but I feel like the music is definitely getting where it needs to be, especially with the stuff I have unreleased now. Like, I feel like some of the stuff I have could be on the radio right now, honestly. And so I think at this point, it's just about making sure people hear that music, whether it's doing shows or whether it's getting radio spins or getting DJs to play it at the clubs or parties or whatever. But yeah, definitely just the exposure part. I feel like I'm on the right track with the music and I have a good team that I'm working with now with my producer and my engineer. I want to be able to either go out to Indiana though or fly him out here or something so we could like actually cook up in person though because I feel like we would make something crazy. But yeah, I definitely think it's just at this point it's about the exposure, surely.
Okay. Now, do you believe in handing the CDs out? You know, if you go to a party, do you pass out CDs so people know that you are artists and things like that?
I will say I've never made a CD. Like none of my songs are on a CD necessarily a CD. But like I said, like we kind of like the people that I move with in Greensboro, North Carolina. We're like we do everything. Like we're throwing events, we're throwing parties, we're throwing artist showcases, et cetera, et cetera. But we be everywhere else too. So it's kind of just a matter of like being in all of those spaces and making sure your face is seen to a point where if they get to, all they have to do is at least get to my Instagram and they'll see the music. So just a matter of being in the right spaces at the right times, networking with the right people. So even if I'm not necessarily physically handing out CDs, to answer your question, yes, I am out there networking, speaking to people, making connections with different artists and things like that to make sure that they know to associate this face with my music for sure.
That's awesome. Do you have any shows that are booked for the summer yet or no?
I will be performing here in the 757 on the 23rd. I believe it's in Newport News. It's a showcase. Vega actually hooked me up with that. Shout out to Vega again. But yeah, that'll be happening April, not April, May 23rd. Beyond that, nothing is booked yet, but I'm hoping to definitely have some more shows and some more events. And then once we go back to school in Greensboro, we'll definitely be throwing some more showcases and things like that. So I'll be performing hopefully almost every week at that point once I get back to school for
Okay,
sure.
okay. I'm gonna so I'm gonna send you a couple of names to you. Virgo G, the lady I was from DTF Radio, she's on tour and she's going to Atlantic City, South Carolina. She's going around. So I'm gonna give you that information so you can link with her and see what she could put you on for a couple of shows too.
Okay, thank you for
You're
real.
very welcome. You're very welcome. I like to help the young ones because, you know, when we're growing up, we didn't. I'm going to be 43, and we didn't have people to guide us. We had to figure it out on our own.
Right.
So I like someone like yourself trying to achieve everything, you know, and you're really good at it, and you deserve to get to the top. You really do, especially when you're putting that footwork, when you're doing it so consistent. You started so young, and you have so much behind you. You know, you deserve the best, and you, like I said, you deserve to get an award. And if there's anything I can help you with, if you ever need a host or if you need something, don't hesitate. Message me. I got you. Anything I can help you with, promoting anything you need an interview, I got you 100%, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there any shout outs you would like to give?
Shout out to my parents, of course, for supporting me all the way. Shout out Vega once again for setting this up and for putting in the groundwork in VA, especially while I was home, because it's kind of hard for me to try to tap in with the things that are going on at home while I got so much on my plate in North Carolina. Shout out to everybody from A&T, especially if you tuned into this, but shout out to my whole A&T family because I love my school, I love my HBC, and I love like all the things that are going on up there. And yeah, shout out to God first and foremost for giving me this
Yeah,
talent, allowing me to even still be here today.
definitely, definitely. And you've been healthy during the pandemic?
Yes, I fortunately didn't get COVID at all through this whole time, and I'm now vaccinated, so hopefully it stays that way as well. Um, it's crazy because we took a trip right as COVID hit. Like we were supposed to be going to Jamaica on a cruise, and like while we're in the middle of the ocean, like Jamaica closes its ports, and so we're going to Mexico. So it's crazy because like we're in Mexico in the middle of the beginning of the pandemic and then get back. And I might have had a little cold when I got back, so I don't know what that was. That was something or not. But yeah, I've
That
been
must have
healthy
been
though. I've been
nerve-wracking.
yeah, it was just kind of like it was just not expected at all. Some people were really mad though, like about how they spent their money because they wanted to go to Jamaica. But I mean, I was just happy to be on vacation. It was spring break, and it was the last time that we could vacation until about now. So like, I'm glad that we did get to go on that trip right before everything got crazy.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Do you guys have to wear the masks out where you live?
I don't know what the rules are they're enforcing here in Virginia. In North Carolina, you still had to wear your mask everywhere, but were starting to open. Like when we were throwing events, they were starting to be at about like 75% capacity now. So things are definitely opening up more in North Carolina. I'm not really sure what everything is looking like here in Virginia, but I mean, I'm sure I'll find out. I just got back about 2 days ago, something like that. So I'll be around these next few weeks and see like how everything is going and moving around here in Virginia for sure.
And did you come up with the name Doubling Up for your mixtape?
Doubling Up actually is just a single, so that's just the one song that's gonna be dropping on Friday. My last EP though, it was called, you can see, I don't know if y'all can read that, but it's called On the Map because I felt like I had dropped one song before my EP. It was in December of 2019. Like, and from that point on, I was quiet. I didn't drop anything for like 6 or 7 months. So like I called my first EP on the map. Like I'm out here now. I'm on the map. But it's crazy because like I feel like I could have named that something else because I feel like this next tape that I drop is what's really gonna put me on the map for sure.
Definitely. Hey, you can make it a series, map one, map two, you know, different around the
Right,
countries and things like that. So
right. It's
I think
definitely
that
a
was
lot of
there
things I
for
can
a
do with it.
reason.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to bring up before we end your interview?
I think we covered most things. Stay tuned. I'll be working with a quiet series, which is kind of similar to I don't know if y'all have heard of Tiny Desk, uh, where like it's like a live performance, kind of like on an intimate setting. It'll be recorded and everything like that. I'll be doing a few of those, doing some of my older songs, and definitely doing some of my newer songs before my next project drops. So I'll be doing some of those over this summer, and I'll be releasing them on my Instagram, on YouTube, everything like that. So stay tuned for those. Also, everybody can find me at Malik Hawkins. That's on Instagram and Twitter. It's still Malik Hawkins, just with a T in the middle. So Malik T Hawkins. And Malik is Malique. So Malik Hawkins. And my music can be found at Leak from the Peak. LIQ from the Peak. That's on all platforms: YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, whatever you use to listen to your music. But yeah.
You came up with that name, or does someone give you that name?
Oh, I came up with that. It was like I just wanted to be able to rep my city everywhere I'm from. I'm from Chesapeake, Virginia, so that's where that comes from, Leak from the Peak. And in my first song on my EP, I said, "Leak from the peak. I ain't even reached my peak yet." I feel like that's how it is. And so like
Huh?
I got a long way to go, and we on the way up. So it's gonna be crazy.
Definitely peak.
And I keep it on my hat too, on all my hats. Leak from the peak
That's
right
awesome.
there.
That's great. That's awesome. I love how you say it, and it's like a rhyme too, so it goes with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. So, again, give them all your information where they can find you again.
Gotcha. So it's Instagram at Malik Hawkins. Once again, Malik is Malique. Twitter at Malik T Hawkins. Facebook, Malik Hawkins. I don't really use Facebook too much, but I'm gonna start updating at least my music stuff up there. YouTube, Leak from the Peak, LIQ from the Peak, and then Leak from the Peak on all other music platforms too. Oh, also, I do have a music video out right now. It did like 7,000 views in the first 2 weeks. It's called Earned It. It's me and two other artists from my school. We dropped that a few weeks ago and it's doing pretty good. It's about to hit 10K now on YouTube. So y'all can go check that out. It's called Earned It. And if you type in my name with it, it'll pop up.
Can you reshare it on your page so I could share it to everybody that's
Gotcha.
tuning in right now?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, cool. When do you plan on doing another music video? Anytime soon, or you going just focus on this?
I actually just shot another music video the day before I left to come back home. It was a studio that I was using a lot when I was at school, and I wanted to shoot a video there before I wasn't able to be there anymore for a few months. So I shot that music video. I don't know when I'm planning on releasing that, but I do have that shot. And once again, like this summer is really going to be about the visuals and about all the creative aspects. So definitely a lot more videos coming over the summer.
Awesome, awesome. If you ever come to Boston, link with me. I got you.
Bet that I might have to come out there.
Yes, definitely. I'll bring you around and show you some actors and people in the industry. So I got you covered.
For sure. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show.
No
Shout out to
problem.
your mom. I appreciate her, you know, and Vega Dawn, I appreciate you. If anybody wants to get a feature, should they reach out to you or Vega Dawn?
You can reach out to Vegadon.
Okay, so make sure you link with Vega Dawn if you would like a feature with him. I'm gonna send you all the information where they can the information I told you I was gonna give you. I'm gonna send you that. And I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Keep up the great work, and I
I
look
will.
forward to seeing you in the future. Definitely on accomplishment.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning on the Iccy Show with your girl, Jackie Brown. If you want to be on my Iccy Show, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown. Have a blessed night. Stay healthy, everybody. And thank you again for coming on the Icey Show. Peace, love, and
Thank you.
respect.
For sure.
Peace.